Hey, ow. Oh. Hey guys, it's Liv, and as you can see, woo! I shaved all my hair off to raise money for the Let's Go to Shave. And this is that story. Before we get started with the video, I just want to give you guys a heads up. There is actually a ginormous 25-kilo dog on the end of my bed right now, and he's going to be barking constantly throughout this video. Exactly a month ago, I shaved my hair off, and it was absolutely awesome. And I put out a message on my social medias this morning asking people to send in any questions they had in regards to that. So the first part I'm going to be doing in this video is answering all of those questions and queries. However, if you continue to watch, there will be live footage of me later on having all my hair shaved off, as well as a few fun photos in between. So yeah, stay tuned everyone, it gets more exciting, I promise. This one I've actually been asked quite a lot, and it's if I regret shaving my head and would I do it again, and no, I do not regret shaving it, not one bit. Not only do I feel absolutely fabulous with short hair, I feel prettier than I have like ever, but we raised so much money. We raised so much money for a really awesome foundation, which I'll talk about a little later in the video as well, but no, I do not regret it in the slightest. And would I do it again? Yes. Absolutely. I'm loving my short hair. It is so much easier. And if you are watching this video right now, trying to suss out whether or not you should shave your head, take this as your sign. Yes! You should shave your head. It is amazing. And if you don't shave your head, you're never going to be able to be like that cool person who shaved their head. And I don't know, just do it. Do it. Do I feel like less of a woman now that I have pretty much no hair? No. No. In fact, I don't know, if for whatever weird reason I actually feel prettier with short hair, which I know goes against like stereotypical beauty standards, especially on social media where you see all these girls with like long, blue, beautiful flowing locks, and obviously that's not me right now. But no, in fact I feel probably like the prettiest I have in a hell of a long time. I'm dressing nicer as well. I mean, not necessarily in this video because I have to wear plain clothes to not upset this bright blue wall behind me. But when uni was still running before the whole like coronavirus thing, I was going out. I was wearing like fishnets, I was wearing like dangly earrings, I was feeling myself, wearing crazy makeup and stuff, and that hasn't stopped. Like, I'm loving it. It's making me feel so much prettier and more confident. So do I still feel like a woman? Heck yeah, do I still feel like a woman? Yes. Yes, I do. And nothing is going to change that. Someone else asked me if there was a personal reason why I took part in the Let's Go to Shave. And to be honest, there was like a whole mixture of reasons as to why I took part. Obviously, like, the main one was because I wanted to raise money for this organisation. I've wanted to since I was literally like 16, but because of like school uniform policies, I wasn't allowed to shave my head. Which sucks, but you know, I respected it as a student and just waited until I graduated. But yeah, I wanted to do it for quite a while. I've been planning on doing it for quite a while. I needed that push. It's hard to explain. I knew I wanted to do it, but I was so scared of what the outcomes would be and like if there'd be ramifications socially for that. If it would like affect my my ability to get employed and things like that, so that stopped me from doing it earlier on. But yeah, mainly for the foundation and just because I wanted to be honest. Like, why not? I wanted to be that person who could say like, I shaved my head when I was younger and I looked so good. Like, I did it. I did something so many people are scared to do and I came out on top. And I did it. Like, I look amazing and I love it. I don't know, there was also... Thank you, Toots. Yes, yes, thank you. I think he's done. Is he done? I think so. Hopefully he's done. Are you finished? Yeah, he's done. I can't remember what I was saying now. What was the question? Oh, were there any personal reasons as to me shaving my head? There was actually one I admit, potentially slightly petty reason. Well, not necessarily petty, but I also wanted it to kind of prove a point. When I initially brought up the idea of shaving my head when I was 16 with the group I was friends with at the time, yeah. I brought it up because I wanted to do it, but I was still at that stage where I wasn't confident enough in the idea and what the outcome would be to completely, like, commit to shaving my head. So I brought it up and I was like really hoping for like encouragement, like, heck yeah, you want to do charity work? We'll support you through that. Unfortunately, that was not the response I got. The response I got, and I believe the direct quotation from what I told this group of girls was, you're pretty, but you're not that pretty. Like, huh? Apparently I wasn't pretty enough to shave my head for charity and raise money, which, that makes no sense. Like, come on! That's, like, it was so messed up, and that screwed up my confidence for so long, being told that I wasn't pretty enough to do charity work. I mean, sorry, what? Last time, like, I can't even speak. It's still, like, at some point, like, it still makes me mad. But the audacity you have to tell someone who's coming to you with this, like, a brave and scary idea that they want to challenge all these beauty standards and raise money for charity while doing so, and your response is to tell them that you don't think they're pretty enough to do it? Like, what the hell? So yeah, you know what? Part of it was kind of saying, like, screw you to the people who said that to me, because I am still fabulous. I am gorgeous. I am beautiful. And if you have an issue with me having confidence in my appearance and being able to say those things truthfully, that's what I think about myself. And if you have an issue with that, why are you watching these videos? Go do something better with your time. Seriously. So yeah, mostly, like 99% of it was absolutely raising money for the charity, wanting to do a good deed, doing something I've wanted to do for years and years and years. But there was that, like, tiny little part of me that was like, screw this, like, let's just do it. Let's make a statement and let's prove to everyone that we were not okay with what they said and that beauty is more than a head of hair. We are back. We had to have a quick intermission due to my camera battery dying. Twice. But we're back now and we have one more question. And this was relating to what was the weirdest things that I experienced post-shaving my head. Like, what was different? So, here are some of the things that I personally found, like, really strange, like, the first couple of days after shaving my head when it was still all super new. Whew! I'm out of breath. Man, I need to get better. Whew! Okay. So, one of the things I found really weird, and I was warned about this, but I didn't think it'd be an issue. So many people told me my head was going to be cold. And I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll deal, I'll just wear a beanie, like, no biggie. What I didn't know about was the ice clenching fist of the wind going through my hair. It was freezing, and this was on, like, relatively warm days. As soon as there was a wind, it was just like, instant brain freeze almost. I don't know, it was just so cold suddenly. But even weirder than that was when my hair was still, like, really short, when I just shaved it, like, the first day. Whenever the wind blew over my head, instead of feeling like my hair, like, blowing along with the wind, it was almost like each, like, tiny little bristle of hair on my head was vibrating. And it was so uncomfortable. That was one of the few things that I didn't like about shaving my head, was this, like, uncomfortable vibrating feeling whenever the wind blew. Another weird thing is showering, which I know people are gonna be like, huh? But I never realized how, I'm trying to find a better word, how, like, hard the water is on my head. I hope that makes sense. But I've always had, like, I'm one of those people who's, like, super, like, hot and, like, crazy, like, water pelting down on my head, and I can't do it anymore. There's no cushioning. It felt like someone was just, like, smacking me over the head with a hammer every time I had a shower. It was so weird. It was like hail almost. Because there wasn't any padding, because I had no hair. Like, none. This is when I was practically bald. There was just nothing. Just like this very slight shadow. And it was so uncomfortable. And it was a shock every time I got in the shower for like the first 2 weeks. And one more weird thing that I've experienced is people just staring. Not necessarily in a mean way, but just in a really like befuddled way, not understanding how in this world is it possible for a female to have short hair. Horrors. This one is particularly funny because I work with kids, right? And kids have like a very like black and white way of looking at things. So the first shift I worked with these kids coming in to my workplace, they were all so confused, and they walked in and you just see their mouths like literally, like that was their reaction when they saw me, and they didn't know what to think. Some of them were kind of like, ooh, what's happened to her? And others were just so excited. And it was that excitement, like, it made me, I could not stop laughing the whole day. Because I had these kids coming in and they were like dancing around and like jumping with excitement. And one of the little boys I teach just sat next to me and he just rubbed my head the whole class. He was fascinated by it. He just sat there and like rubbed my head the whole time. And I just want to clarify, like, I'm completely okay with that kind of thing. I'm not fussed. I already knew kids were gonna be like coming up and like rubbing my head when I got it shaved, and I actually encouraged them to at one point, because I felt like it made it almost like less confronting for them if I made it into a game and just made it fun. But yeah, that was actually that was very funny watching all the kids' reactions when I first got a cut. Now for the moment you have all been waiting for, the footage and photos of me having my head shaved. Heads up, I actually live streamed this on Instagram at the time, which means I don't have any photos or videos that I took because I was using my phone for live streaming. My friends, however, all like 8 of them or something who attended, all filmed and took photos on their phones, so hopefully they're not terrible quality. But if they're of like awkward orientations and stuff in this video, I apologize in advance. Nothing I can do about it, I'm just grateful that someone was there to capture the moment, so enjoy! I forgot to mention about having a shaved head. I never really thought about it until my hair started growing back, but hair doesn't grow at like the same rate or even the same thickness or anything. So when it started growing back, even now you can still see it. It's not growing back evenly, it's all in like clumps all over my head. Some clumps at the back of my head are like over a centimeter long. Well, whereas like around my ears, for example, it's still really short. And there were even, I discovered when I first had it shaved, there are some parts on the back of my head where I have scarring, which I didn't know I had, where I'm not growing hair at all, so I just have like a couple of random bald patches. But it was just so weird, I never thought about it when I had longer hair. Never even considered that like my hair was all growing at different rates. But yeah. So just a little bit of information about the World's Greatest Shave before I finish the video for today. So the World's Greatest Shave is an annual event. It's run by the Leukemia Foundation, and the whole gist of it essentially is that people colour, cut or shave their hair to raise money for leukemia research and to cut down on expenses for the families who have members suffering from leukemia. So some money that I've raised will go towards research, whereas The rest of the money I've raised will go to, say, providing free accommodation for those who are affected and their families so that they don't have to travel so far to get to the hospital. So it's a really awesome event. I encourage you guys all to take part in it in one way or another, or even just make a donation to the Leukemia Foundation to support that. My link is actually still active if anyone wants to donate via that, so I'll be leaving that in the description. So if you guys want to donate or if you want more information, you can just hit that link and you can go, and it will all be there for you. So in regards to my my personal fundraising, originally, to be honest, I was only expecting absolute max $500. And I was really stressed because for the first couple of days I donated $50 to like get stuff running, and then after that, like, there was no one. There was no one for like 2 days, no one donated, and I was starting to get really stressed and worried that I was just going to be shaving my head for a $50 donation from my own bank account. And then out of nowhere it kind of blew up and we raised over $500 in 3 days, which is just, it blew my mind. I was shocked. Like, I was not expecting that at all. I didn't realize how many people would care and how many people would want to be part of this journey with me. So I actually increased my goal amount up to 1,000. And you guys smashed that as well. In fact, we raised a total of, let's see, $1,271. So not only did we smash my initial goal of like $500, we smashed my second significantly higher goal of 1,000. So to those of you who donated, thank you so much. I cannot, every time someone donated, I got this like little notification up on my phone, and it put like the biggest smile on my face. I don't think you can understand just how overjoyed it made me, and how much of an impact you taking away like 5 minutes of your time, how much of an impact that is going to have on the families and those who are affected by leukemia. So thank you. Sincerely, thank you.